Even the mainstream media is admitting that there's probably no Russia connection to the Trump White House. So why can't they stop talking about it? Is this really what American families want to know? Yeah. So Beth, I'll start with you. Why is the mainstream media harping on this, even though you saw on the Sunday shows yesterday, they're finally admitting there's no connection, there's no evidence?
The mainstream media is continuing the story, basically because he was hacked by Russia. So why doesn't the left get on board with President Trump and his administration, and let's work on, it's a nonpartisan issue, the cybersecurity. It's a national security issue.
That President Trump, his campaign, colluded with Russia to get elected?
No.
Any of you think that happened?
No.
And what I would say is if they want to uphold this narrative as if it's factual.
Care about what do working American moms care about?
Well, for myself, I really...
About the Syrian refugee crisis, do you want us to welcome them into the country?
I think that we need to take a pause. I think that we need to get control of our vetting process. We need to...
For children.
Yeah, from criminal, illegal aliens.
Right. Right.
Just to add to that. Yeah, just to add to that point, Ainsley, I mean, securing our airports, or is it just an illusion of security? And I think along with borders and vetting, we care. I mean, are we making sure that we're deporting illegals that have conducted criminal activity? Are we stopping those on terror watch lists from flying? Do they still have passports? Are they free to roam? Are we deporting them if they're here illegally? So we care about safety and security.
So you've all touched on security. What about jobs, the economy, Beth?
Well, I mean, obviously that's important, and it was redone on March 6th. And, you have this judge in Hawaii that just has, said we're not going to follow it.
Right.
It's actually unconscionable. We have these liberal judges that are, legislating
in partnership.
And move on from the Russia stuff.
Move on.
All right.
It's done.
Yeah. Thank you. Beth, Courtney.
And the guy from America's Dairy State, the congressman from the great state of Wisconsin, Sean Duff.
It's spring.
That's right.
And it's the only way to do it, with pink, which is an odd,
I love pink on men, and they say it takes a very brave man to wear pink, but it looks great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
You wear it well. It's
rose. Thank you very much. Can we focus more on me this segment? Great, yeah.
Let's talk about Obamacare. Health care plan, repeal and replace. Is it going to happen this week? And if so, what's your opinion?
Who are able-bodied and single to be able to work. So that was one of the, to have to work in order to receive Medicaid, which shows you really have no other option when it comes to health care. What other tweaks do you think that Paul Ryan should be open to?
So just work for the risks in their lives. You can drive down prices, inject competition, and you'll see this subsidy go a lot further than the exchanges in Obamacare, making health care cheaper for Americans.
You have to understand this, though. One thing we heard about 3 phases a couple of days in. Now, the second phase is going to be important, but you can't reveal for ethical reasons what Tom Price is actually going to do, because it doesn't look like Congress can move their money around and invest. So Tom Price is going to come in as Health and Human Services Secretary and undo and redo a whole bunch of rules. It's going to make a lot of conservatives happy, evidently. But the third phase is very much in doubt. That's when you can do insurance across state lines. That's when you can bring competition, because you got to get by
something they do not want.
When you heard the CBO come out and say 24 million people won't have coverage, well, the big part of that number was people are going to choose not to buy. I'm a lucky guy today doing that.
So hang out with the ladies.
All right.
So we'll be watching at noon.
Hey, all right. Thanks, guys.